Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's get right to it. First up on the list, second week in a row, Gran Turismo is leading off the show as they put this up on many of their media websites and their social media websites. This one I picked up off of Facebook. It's the 15th anniversary, hard to believe. The first time that Gran Turismo was ever shown off was back in 1997 at a Japanese gaming conference. Well, apparently on May 15th of 2013, and at the taping of this show is only a handful of days away, that Polyphony Studios, Kazunori Yamaguchi, and I bet a whole host of high-end automotive junk is going to be pounding around the Silverstone circuit, Grand Prix circuit in Silverstone, England. And they're planning on making some huge announcements. So maybe that Gran Turismo 6 rumor maybe isn't a rumor. Maybe that wasn't fake. Maybe this is real. I don't know. We'll wait and see. May 15th of 2013. If you want to check it out on Polyphony's website or on Gran Turismo's website, you can also go to the Motor Cars Enthusiast Facebook page. And I've posted up a little teaser video that Polyphony Studios actually put out just here today, or at least the taping of this show they did. Pretty interesting deal. We'll wait and see what comes of this in the future. Next up on the list, well, the Fisker Karma Group. Fisker actually has been circling the drain for quite some time, and will be going into bankruptcy court very soon. Well, one of the companies that I think is going to gobble up a whole bunch of the assets from this company is called VL Productions. Now, VL Productions, actually one of their head honchos is Bob Lutz. Bob Lutz was the head of Chrysler and General Motors at times, and a very smart fellow to boot. Now, what are they doing with the old Fisker Karma? Well, they're making some changes. From this one, number one, they're going to be calling it the Destino. Also, it gets a brand new nose and a brand new tail section. They swap out the electric drivetrain for a GM-sourced V8, putting out 556 brake horsepower running through the rear wheels. Now, apparently, they're gobbling up a whole bunch of these Fisker Karmas from a bunch of dealerships that are wanting to offload them before this whole thing goes into the crapper. Now, apparently, they've come up with at least 20 of these, not to mention some of them they've already built before. And also, Fisker Karma owners apparently are swapping these and going to the VL Productions group to get their stuff moved over, because they don't want to be there, because there's probably not going to be too many people that can work on the drivetrain that was in the vehicle to begin with. There's a ton of people that can work on that GM drivetrain. But here's the kicker. If you want to switch your Fisker Karma over to this V8, it's going to cost you $90,000. Pretty hefty price tag, but apparently a lot of Karma owners are doing just that. Next up on the list, well, remember when we talked to the Dubai Police Department, Dubai actually making an Aventador a police car we thought was a little bit out there. And then, well, they figured that we can't just have one all-wheel drive car. How about an all-wheel drive Ferrari? The Ferrari FF Dubai police car. Well, maybe we need a rear-wheel drive car. Oh, wait a minute, how about the Camaro SS? Well, now I just think the Dubai Police Department is just basically showing off. Because look at what they have now. How about an SLS Mercedes? A gull-wing police car is a perfect police pursuit vehicle. Very weird. Wait a minute, how about this? How about a Bentley Continental GT police car? Starting to begin to wonder if a lot of these things aren't photoshopped. And now for their piece of resistance, if you will. How about a Aston 177? If you don't know what an Aston 177 is, this is kind of a precursor, a highest of the high-end supercar that Aston's ever built. Kind of a precursor to what their 100th anniversary was going to be all about. They only built 77 of these units for the entire world. And apparently now Dubai thinks that we need one of these as a squad car. Not for 100% sure if they're not just confiscating these vehicles, because it seems awfully weird. Apparently 7 of these vehicles are in and around Dubai, at least the Aston 177, so that could be an answer to this. Pretty wild stuff. I just really think that Dubai's just sticking it to every other police municipality in the world. It's like, na boo boo, check out what we've got. Pretty interesting. Maybe I should lose some tonnage and move over to Dubai and become a cop. sounds like it would be pretty entertaining. Next up on the list, well, every summer in Austria, there's a huge GTI get-together, and a bunch of people get around, enthusiasts, the Volkswagens, and the GTI group, so it's just an orgy of, I don't know what goes on in those parties. And you may have seen one of the vehicles that Volkswagen brings out. They bring out a big concept vehicle every year. You may have seen that W12 powered vehicle on episodes of the United Kingdom's Top Gear. Well, apparently Volkswagen's at it again for this year. They're building this vehicle, which is the VW Design Vision GTI. Now, of course, it's going to be shorter and lower and wider than the standard GTI, and it is built on the 7th generation of the GTI platform. But obviously, they didn't put the W12 in it again, and it doesn't have the standard GTI engine in it as well. It's going to have a 3-liter V6 twin turbocharged with direct injection. It's going to be putting out 503 brake horsepower and put through a DSG gearbox. They're talking about numbers of 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds and a top speed of 186 miles an hour. Now, hopefully in a couple, 3 days, we're going to have some pictures, real deal pictures of what this thing looks like, and we'll show them to you as soon as they're available. Check the Facebook page. I bet we'll have them there before we'll ever have them here. Next up on the list, we're going to do a little bit talking about Tesla at the end of the show. Tesla's basically been going along with their technology, which I have actually made fun of in the past, but apparently their technology hasn't, it's fared fairly well in the real world. They haven't done a whole lot of testing and cold weather testing except with the new Model S, but apparently it's working fairly decently. In fact, Mercedes-Benz and Toyota have both made massive investments into this technology and for them to use in their particular products. And that's basically what keeping Tesla afloat. It's not really auto sales, and Tesla continues to go on without selling that many automobiles, but continue to make money. They may end up with their second month of real profit that they've ever had in the 5-6 years that company's been around. Here's what they're doing now. They're going to be selling EV credits. Now, if you don't know a whole lot about the United States or about California in particular, California is like a whole other country when it comes to it. And one of the things that they want to do in California is they want to do a huge EV crop. In the next several years, they want to sell between 60 and 100,000 units per year just of EV product. Well, the trick of that is you really can't tell someone what to buy, and that's basically what they're trying to do. The United States government's tried that over the past several years and hasn't been able to get that done. But they're wanting this to happen every year. I can't imagine an EV buyer then trading in their car every year, but I don't know, we'll wait and see. One of the things they get to do, too, is every EV that you sell, you get a tax credit, a tax break for the next tax season. And a lot of car manufacturers are salivating over these tax credits every year. Well, because Tesla is based in California and sells most of their automobiles in California, they get up to $35,000 per car that then, according to California state law, they can sell to other manufacturers at a profit. So, another way of making money. Also, Elon Musk has actually been in talks with Google about their autonomous car technology. He thinks that maybe they could put this autonomous technology on the new Teslas coming soon, even though he thinks that the Google situation is a little bit on the pricey side, but we'll wait and see what comes of this in the future. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this week's Motor Cars Enthusiast. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, you can do so and get some first dibs on some of the goofy pictures we put up there. Also, some little bit of news that comes out here and there. Also, you can subscribe to the channel. You can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new show as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.